Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, so today we're going to talk about a couple of things. Many of you have asked me regarding your legendaries, alright? So you've been asking me, should you build Angelica? Should you transfer Natas away? Should you start building Grand Hill there now? It's getting intense, alright? So I know we have 8 days left before the Octo comes. Everyone is super hyped, I get it. Alright, so there's just lots of things and I hope I'll be able to cover it in this video. Hopefully we can tackle every single question out there, but just know that it's not going to be easy. Alright, it's not as simple as yes you should do that, or no you shouldn't do that, and yes you should build this and etc. Alright, so let me explain why. Alright, we're gonna jump into a couple of things first. So first things first, let's talk about the legend transfer. Okay, so if you guys have a legendary right now, alright, that you can benefit from the legend transfer skill, go ahead. Now in the previous video, a bunch of you guys asked me, why haven't I, alright, where is she? Why haven't I used my valves? Alright, so notice I have 3 valves right here. Alright, so why haven't I used her to skill up my valves? Because the simple answer is this, because valves, she either needs +0 or +2. Alright, so +3 she gets a bit of healing, alright, amount of damage by normal attack healing. Alright, +4 she gets this, you know, before battle gets crit rate boost. +5 she gets that, which is not really useful. Most of the time when I use my valves, I already have 100% crit rate, so I don't really need more crit rate. And then +5 she gets even more slightly, and then at +6 she gets buff prohibition, alright, built into her nullifier. That's about it. Alright, to increase her damage significantly, you either need to +7, alright, because now her damage increase slightly, alright, +7, +8, and of course all the way to +10. Therefore I haven't done it yet, but now regardless of what skill level Valves is, it doesn't really matter because she's just really bad in the meta right now. Like almost nobody uses her anymore. Right now in the Asia server, yes, there are still a couple of top players that's using her, but I'm guessing that's gonna change when the Octo comes. Alright, so we're gonna use this skill transfer right now. I mean skill up, alright, we're going to skill up the valves with the 3 valves that I did obtain last time in a video. If you guys have not checked that out, I would suggest you guys check that out because it's a pretty funny. I was aiming for something else, I forgot what, but got 3 valves instead. Okay, so with that being said, now I can transfer away the valves. Who am I going to transfer it to, you might ask? And that is none other than Lucius. Now why Lucius, right? Because I clearly only has 3 legendaries right here. Angelica, Lucius and Velfred. And obviously Lucius is the only one that's getting the +12 treatment right now, not Velfen. Angelica already has a +15, but I don't see the need to build an Angelica right now. So obviously Lucius is the obvious choice for me, and let's go. We're gonna select Lucius, we're gonna slowly transfer the 5 skills, all 5 of it, to Lucius. Alright, so that we have a +5 Lucius. Alright, so obviously during the second half of this event, I have no idea what am I going to do. But for now, I'm just going to use it all on Lucius. Okay, so to answer the question that many of you guys have been asking me, alright, there's a couple of questions. I'm going to address the important ones first. Number 1 is, a lot of players have asked me what am I building, which Octos am I prioritizing first. And I'm guessing you want to know so that you can get some idea, or maybe you can try and copy me. And here's the thing, right? I don't want to say something like, okay, I'm going to build Levia and Beliaf, and then everybody follows me. And then it might not work for you because this is not something that you should follow. Everyone has different team composition. That's very important to know moving forward. Alright, so I have Grand Hill there. I don't have Natas. You might have Natas and you don't have Grand. So that's going to affect a lot of things on your end. If you copy me and what I do, it's not going to work well for you. Alright, so you need to know what you need before you try and copy someone and what their actions and what they're trying to do. And I know that a lot of people come to me for guides, I get it, but you should only use the guides as guide. You shouldn't like follow exactly 100%. You need to think for yourself as well, you know, what's the best action for you. Okay, so a lot of you guys have asked me what's my priority, alright, in moving forward. Which legendary am I getting first when the Octo rework comes? And my priority, I think my answer has always been the same. The first priority I'll have is Seto. Alright, second priority I have is Levia. I will +12 Seto first, and then I will +12 Levia later. And then I will work on Lucius later on. Now, a lot of you guys were confused. Why am I going for Levia over Lucius, right? So Levia plus 12, is she that good? Why am I not picking Lucius? Now this is where I want to clear the confusion. Sometimes it's not really about who is better, but more of who is more convenient. Alright, in my case, my Levia is already plus 10. Okay, so I just need to plus 12 her. So I just need one companion. I just need to pull for one companion. I'm going to get one companion from the Fate system. Alright, if you guys are not familiar still, you can always get one companion from the Fate system right here. Go to the Honor shop, you can buy that legendary companion gift selection ticket, right? So I'll be getting one companion from there. Hopefully you can buy it there and then get one companion from the pools. So for Levia, I only need to pull one companion and I'll be getting one more companion, like I mentioned, from the Fate system. So that's easily a plus 12 for me. After Seto, that is. I do think that Seto is still the priority, but the problem is you can only get Seto on day 7 of the Jumpstart Quest 2. So most likely I'll be working on Levia first. Now, players have asked me, why Levia? Why not Lucius? Now this is where you need to know who is better for your team. Alright, don't copy what I am doing because Lucius might be better for some of you. So what Levia does at plus 12, okay, very important. A lot of players still don't know this. What Levia does at plus 12 is she has the ability to ignore guard type skills. Okay, so what does this mean? Guard type meaning that she will be able to instantly one-shot units like Seto. Alright, if Seto is the main target, one-shot Seto. If Glacier is the main target, one-shot Glacier. Alright, so Glacier cannot take hits from Levia anymore at plus 12 and above. Alright, Levia has to be plus 12 and above. So same goes for Lucius, right? So Lucius, his skill is considered a guard. Alright, if you guys are not familiar, his Death Guard is a guard. Alright, so Lucius will die instantly. He will not even resurrect against a Levia plus 12. So ideally having Lucius at plus 12 is going to be beneficial to a lot of players because he will have two separate guards. So if Levia one-shots Lucius, the first guard, at least Lucius will still have the second guard, resurrect with the second guard, right? So that's why Lucius is a very good prominent counter to Levia and maybe to a lot of other units as well. Now in most cases, Lucius is going to be better. But why am I going for Levia first? Simple, because I have Grand. Alright, so I have a Grand Hill there. I don't have to worry about enemy one-shotting my Lucius that easily. Because even if I have a plus 0 Lucius, now keep in mind, if you have a plus 12 and below Lucius, that Levia is going to one-shot your Lucius. So Lucius needs to be plus 12 and above. I'm talking about against a Levia plus 12, that is. But if you have a Lucius plus 10 and below, right, how do you make it work? You can use Taunt. Alright, so I do have a Grand. She can at least redirect Levia's attacks away for round 2. Alright, so round 4 onwards is going to depend. In most cases, Levia might not even survive all the way to round 4, but yep, it's going to depend on how long the battle goes. Now, if you do not have Grand, you shouldn't copy what I'm doing, which is why I'm going for Levia first. I do not prioritize Lucius, right? If you are a Natus picker from the Jumpstart Quest, if you pick Angelica or Nartus or Alec, like you shouldn't copy my footsteps because you might not even have a good taunter to begin with. If you rely on Glacier and Benshina, you should know by now that Helga is everywhere and those units are not really consistent. Maybe if you go Glacier first, but then her taunt will most likely expire by round 2. So you have to keep that in mind. So in most cases, for players like me who have Grand, I don't see the priority in going Lucius first. So I can still put in a plus 0 Lucius and he's still going to be able to take hits. Alright, but what we can all agree on is the next question that I get asked most often. Natus. Alright, so is Natus worth building still? Alright, so the answer is no, I do not think so. Now keep in mind this is just my own opinion and I strongly believe that Natus is not worth building anymore. Now, if you still want to build Natus for Guild Wars or whatever, go ahead. But to be honest, I do think that even in Guild Wars, Natus usage is going to drop significantly. Alright, so in Guild Wars, a lot of units cannot taunt anymore. So there's no reason for Natus to have taunt ignore unless you're fighting against Grand Hildir's team. And not everybody has Grand Hildir. That's a fact, right? So most players will just try to focus on the Octos from this time onwards. So yeah, it's not something that you have to worry about anymore. I do think that Natus is in a very bad spot, and if you want to transfer his skills away, go ahead. But whether or not you want to transfer that to Lucius or Levia or whoever, that's going to be up to you. It's going to be hard to answer that question, like who should you go for. In the meta right now, or the meta that we're going to have soon, Natus and Celia is going to fall off hard. Like you might not even see them being used everywhere, maybe in the lower ranks. Alright, if you want to climb and you want to stay on the top of the meta, it's kind of hard to utilize those two. Speaking of which, Guild Wars. So my guild is still recruiting. I think we have a couple of spots available. I'll try to plug in my guild Discord if you guys want to join and try to apply. I think we have like 2 spots left, empty spots if I'm not mistaken. So feel free to join. If you're on Asia server and you need to be at least Sapphire rank, if I'm not mistaken, that's the requirements. So yeah, hopefully this video will let you guys know on what's my thought process in trying to, build my Octos and why I decide to go that route. And hopefully this will give you some idea on how you can reflect upon your own mercenary units and try and see from there and what you can fix on your current roster of formations etc. Alright, so as always, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.